right, hello students, this is video 1.13 and the objective is I can find translation images of figures. So what is a translation, you might want to know? Well, I'm going to tell you. A translation is a transformation that maps all points of a figure the same distance in the same direction. We have line segment CD, and I'm going to do a translation on this so that it is x plus 2 and y minus 1. So that means that for every point we will map x plus 2 and y minus 1. So C, if we look at it, is that we calculate this, this is minus. So now if I go ahead with this and make this translation, so the point C is located at -2, 1, and D is located at -1, 1. And if I perform the translation, I'm going to add 2 to the C, x, which would make this 0. So C prime, let's use red, C prime is going to be at 0, and then it's also going to be at 0 because 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, and then let's look at D. D prime here is going to be at, if I take -1 and I add it to 2, I'm going to end up with 1. And then if I take 1 and subtract it from 1, I'm going to end up with 0. So that's going to be at 1, 0. So let's graph these new points. And there are new points already graphed so nicely for us. Does the transformation below appear to be a rigid motion? Here we have a pre-image and an image. It looks like the angles are the same. Clearly, they look like right angles, but we couldn't say that for sure. But it is clear that these side lengths are not the same, so distance has not been preserved. So we're going to put no, because these are not the same. No rigid motion. All right, here we are at number 2. It says, what are the vertices of translation -2, -5? Don't worry about those little brackets. Sometimes people put brackets or parentheses. Doesn't matter. Translation -2, -5. Graph the image of PQR because they've given us the pre-image. So let's graph our P prime, Q prime, R prime. So here let's use blue. So again, I'm going to go to R and I'm going to go to the left 2. So I'm going to go left 2, so here that'd be 1, 2, and I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a point. And that point will be R prime, and do the same thing for the other 2 points. Here's our last point, P prime. Then I just want to connect them. And there we have it, a translation. So here's our final example, is question number 3. It says, what are the vertices of translation T1, -4? Again, they want us to copy it and graph it. Here you can see I've graphed the points. I'll connect them now. I've actually written the points over here as well so we can actually see what's going to happen to them. So let's go ahead and do what we normally do and go to the right 1 and down 4 for each point. There are 3 points, and let's connect them. And what's so cool about these figures is, yes, this is actually a rigid motion transformation. And I actually want to write out that this has a rule, and there our rule is, okay? So again, you want to make sure that you can talk about these ideas, that 1, these 2 figures are going to be congruent, and that you can have a rule for it as long as sets of points. You could actually graph these or write the points down here for the image that we have. The pre-image versus the image. All right, on to the question, the secret hot one. All right, so our secret hot question is, what is the rule that describes a translation that maps PQRS to P prime, Q prime, R prime, S prime? Here is the pre, here is the image. How do you get from here to here? Make sure you write a beautiful, lovely rule for me. And remember, your IXL skills to work on are L1, L2, and L3. Get those done. Have a great night.